Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to open your own custom app before opening any other app. So this might sound a little weird to you, but I had a requirement like suppose I want to open YouTube, and before opening YouTube it should ask me for a pin or a lock screen. Now most Android devices do have this feature, but mine Android device didn't have this feature. I'm not talking about once you close your device, once you try to reopen it, not restart, but try to unlock it, then you might be getting some pattern or password depending on what you have set. But you can even lock your particular app. Suppose I want to lock my Instagram, so as soon as I click on my Instagram app, it should open my custom app, ask me for my password, and then only if I have entered it correctly, it should redirect me to the Instagram app. So I have created this app, and it only monitors YouTube and Instagram, but you can monitor any app as long as you know the package name for that particular app. And you can get the package name by just searching to Google Play Store on the web, select a particular app, and in the URL you will see the package name for that particular app. So I have created this app. So I will just show you. This is the app, and there is a text field over here. The UI is pretty bad, and it just asks me for some pin, and if that pin is correct, then if that pin is correct, you just have to press this button at the top. I forgot to give text to that button as well, but I think that's fine. This is just a demo app, just for experiment purposes. And once you click on this button, then only you will be redirected to the whatever app you want. But before that, once you install the app, what you will have to do is you will have to go to settings first, then you will have to go to accessibility, you will have to select your app, and you will have to switch this button. So here I am clicking allow. Okay, once you enable this, okay, make sure you close all the apps from your background. Then if I click on YouTube, as you can see, it immediately opened my app. Now if I just enter my pin 2826, I'll click on this OK button. Now you can see that it is displaying the YouTube app. So this is what my intention of this video is. So firstly, what you will have to do, go to your Android manifest.xml, and here you will have to add this foreground service permission. Also your app will be constantly displayed in the notification, which you can see over here, which I think is a good thing instead of running your app in the background, because the user will be aware about it. Next is the post notification permission. This is required if you want to post any kind of notifications from Android T and above. Then we will have to use this bind accessibility service, which is required, and we will also have to add this permission receive boot completed, because if you try to restart your device, our foreground service will be killed. So once the user restart the device, we get a callback called receive boot completed, and this with the help of this receive boot completed, you can again restart your service without really opening the app, because the service has its own class, and we can just use a broadcast receiver for that. So here, as typical, like I have just my activity registered, and here inside our service I have created this app launch monitor service, and you have to give this permission. You have to make this exported true, and inside the intent filter you have to write this accessibility service, and inside metadata accessibility service as well as service config. And here inside the receiver I have created this because we want to restart our service in case the user restarts his device. So this is the boot receiver, enable true, exported true, and receive boot completed is also true. And this is for the intent filter of boot completed. Okay. Next you will have to go to activity underscore menu. Here I have just taken an edit text as well as a button, so you can design your layout whatever you want to do. Next okay, this is done. Also inside my build.gradle.kts I have added this data store preferences, because I want, so suppose I have opened the YouTube app, it will show my custom app, right, the security app. Then once I enter the pin, uh, I need to tell the and if I close the YouTube app, again open the app, it shouldn't like I have given a 15-second buffer. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so it should not, because that would be extremely annoying. If and also what happens is, if you don't add this kind of a logic, suppose the YouTube app is open, then it will launch your own app. You enter the pin, you go to YouTube. As soon as YouTube is open, again your app will be launched. So you will have to add this kind of a logic, just so that your app doesn't get opened again and again, even though the YouTube app is only opened once. So here I have just added our preferences data store dependency. What else? I don't think anything else has been added particularly. So yeah, that's it for build.gradle.kts, and here I have just added created a Kotlin file called preferences data store, and this would be the key for it. You can name it whatever you want. Next, I have created a boot receiver class which extends a broadcast receiver, and once we get this restart, like this is kind of like a restart callback. Here you can see I'm launching our app launch monitor service, which will start in the foreground. Next, inside XML you also have to create this accessibility underscore service underscore config.xml, and here you will have to use this accessibility service. XML is Android, accessibility event types, package name. So here you can add whatever package name your app should look for. So I'm looking only for YouTube as well as for Instagram, and inside this description you can add any description. So here you can see I have just added this description, and here you will have to launch your settings. So this is app launch monitor service. Okay, and I don't think anything inside themes.xml as such. I think I might have forgot one thing. Okay, so here it is the accessibility service config file which is getting referenced. Next, inside Java com app launch monitor service, so this is the class, and here I have added the package name for YouTube and Instagram, but if you want you can add more set of packages. And here we are getting the data whatever has been stored inside the preference key. So I am storing a long value, and this is the notification ID as well as the notification channel ID, and here you will have to override on accessibility event. So here we are checking if the type window has been changed, and we will get the package name, and if the package name contains our monitored apps, then I will just check should show pin entry or not. If yes, then we should display the show pin entry screen. Here I have written the on interrupt method as well, overriding, and on service connected I am just checking like accessibility service info and event types, feedback type, and just assigning it to service info. And when should we so here we are launching our activity, so main activity, and it is a new task, and just starting our activity to ask the user to display or to enter the pin screen. And here inside on create we are just starting a foreground service. In on destroy we are destroying the service, and inside create notification we are just creating the notification for our foreground service, and this here we are creating our notification channel as well. And here is the code for whether we should show the pin entry screen or not. So time threshold is, I think this is 30 seconds. Okay, and we are getting this value from our preferences data store, and I'm getting the current time as well. And if there is some value in the preferences data store, then if there is no value, then just return true. Then we'll have to display our app once YouTube or Instagram is launched. If not, then I'm calculating the time difference, and if the time difference is greater than the threshold, then again we are launching our app. So here I think where I have defined the threshold, so here I have defined the time threshold as I think it is 30 seconds. Okay, and here inside main activity.kt, all I have done is I have taken this edit text as well as button, and this is how we are saving data to our preferences data store. This is for getting the permissions of notification, and this is for registering our active register for activity results. So once all permissions are granted, we are just starting the service. So this is the code for starting the service, and inside on create I'm just creating our notification channel, and here I'm just checking for permissions. Once permission is granted, just start the service. And okay, so here on button click listener I have just hard coded the pin 2826, but you can write any pin which you want, or some string if you want to. You can change it to whatever you want, or just tweak, or if you want to make it more secure, you can keep this pin on server side as well and then just compare. But I think that would be an overkill for this application. I just wanted to, the intention of this video is to show you how the accessibility service works, and if the pin is equal to correct pin, then I'm just saving it to our preference data store and calling finish, which will close our application. Else if you want, you can log the error or do whatever you want with the error message. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for